Welcome to the Kaiju Basement, everybody. This is my Shin Ultraman review. So, let me start off by saying how cool that was and how exciting it was to go and see an Ultraman movie in the theaters and to get to experience that actual theater experience with Tokusatsu and Shinji Higuchi's new Shin Ultraman. Did the same thing with Shin Godzilla, but actually I didn't make it to the theaters, but they did the same thing with that movie, and I missed out. And now I feel like I actually was a part of this, and I supported what Ultraman is and what it has become. So I'll give it a rating, which is 8.6 out of 10, because it was designed for the fans and it paid a lot of homage to the original show. I put some figures out front here that are some kaiju from the movie, like Naranga. That's his clear version and his original one. I got the actual Shin Ultraman Fig Zero figure. He's super cool, super posable. Price point seems to be like 60 to 90 bucks for him. So he's all over the place. I've seen him in 4 different spots now. The movie starts off really, really fast. It shows off a bunch of kaiju. One of them being Lagaris or Litra. So the Ultra Q monster right here. One of my favorites, definitely. Very, very small period of time on the screen though. So just kind of a little quick in and out. And then the first alien that appears is Zarab. And that's really cool because they stay true to his design, except for he's hollow in the back. And that was really interesting because it made for like an interesting dynamic when he was flying around and you saw his back and it just wasn't there. He looked like a paper plane or something. It was kind of silly, but I enjoyed it. And then, yeah, that's the X Plus Zarab, and this is a Marmot glow-in-the-dark Zarab. These are cool figures. I always liked his design. And then here's the actual end creature, Zeton. His design ended up looking nothing like this. He looked like an Evangelion spaceship that branched out and turned into this huge super weapon, and it was a little bit overdone, but it was, I don't know. I'm sure if you were an Evangelion fan, that was probably pretty cool for you, but I thought it was a little too far from the actual alien himself. So this is an X Plus Zeton. He is the Rick version, so he does his light up stuff. This is a fantastic figure right here. He came from Mr. Fresh Vinyl Rich Iso's collection. He was part of a 25 figure deal. I bought 25 figures at once. So that's pretty cool. Not a lot of X Plus figures have a light up gimmick. They just either light up or they don't. This one has a light up gimmick, so that makes him unique. Pagura, the ice penguin monster, makes an appearance too. I guess this is the only Pagura figure I have. I have the I forget what the Ultra Kaiju ended up being called, but the Ultra Q Kaiju is Pagura. So he was recycled and used in the 1966 Ultraman show the next year, which is cool because they kind of did the same thing in the movie, where the 3 land monsters were actually recycled versions of themselves. So that actual idea comes from the original show. So it was just kind of like another deep cut thing that they were doing to pay homage to the original show. Anything from the phones ringing to the badge were all paying homage to the original show, which was it repeatedly, for a fan, showed you all this stuff, and it kept me, intrigued and on the edge of my seat. And some of the spaceships and cars were really cool in the movie. This is a box, Billiken Ultraman here. Just wanted to show that off. He's pretty cool. This came from the Toys King auction. And then we have a Super Nintendo Ultraman game. I thought that was a repro box because it's in such nice shape, but it's original. So, and then another Litra glow-in-the-dark Marmot. I'm going to show this one more time because this was actually my favorite part of the movie, and I just realized it. But my favorite part of the movie was the fact that Ultraman looked so much like himself, and I think that's why I didn't care for the Netflix one so much, was because he just was more robotic and didn't really, look like the Ultraman that I know. But this is essentially just Ultraman minus the color timer on his chest. So I really, really like the design. If you saw the movie, this could be potentially pretty funny too. He did a little move like that. It was a little silly, but it made us laugh, so we'll take it. Um, yeah, some of the Ultraman designs, like Tiga and like with the purple and all the different gold and stuff, I don't really care for. I haven't watched the show, so maybe I should go and watch the show before I, judge. But I guess their look is part of the reason why I haven't watched the shows. But this was definitely a hit for me.